don't respond to authority, but I've got a blues harp in the key of C. The modern man can cloud my life, mock my car, repossess my wife, but he won't get far and he won't get me, 'cause I've got a blues harp in the key of C. He returned from work once, lethargic from effort, but out on release. His wife was in bed with next door's gas man, who was tanned to the teeth. His dog had been snagged by a passing train, and now he's 10 miles east. When a freakish turn from Mother Earth turned the whole scene to grief. And yes, my trousers are grey, but my heart stays gold till my dying day. I don't respond to authority, but I've got a blues harp in the key of C. The modern man can cloud my life, mock my car, repossess my wife, but he won't get far and he won't get me, 'cause I've got a blues harp in the key of C. And yes, my trousers are grey, but my heart stays gold till my dying day. I don't respond to authority, but I've got a blues harp in the key of C. The modern man can cloud my life, mock my car, repossess my wife, but he won't get far and he won't get me, 'cause I've got a blues harp in the key of C.
Fantastic. That's an absolute tremendous. Your new album is called Both Sides of the Coin.
Yes.
Is that right? Second album. And it says here that you recorded it in a shed.
That's true. Well, that's glamorising it. A Wendy house. We'll go with Wendy
Really?
house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that something your daughter was just playing in there and then...
I said, get out.
F off.
Yeah.
Okay, Daddy's got to make some music. And you are precociously talented like the young Prince. You play all the instruments. Is that
I don't know about... I'm always available. That's the reason.
But you play guitar, drums, piano, banjo, accordion, harmonica?
Yeah, oh yeah, I play everything on the album, yeah.
How small is your house that you had to play in a Wendy house outside?
Well, I can sort of get away with making noise late at night and stuff because I've got kids and things, so...
Right. Sorry, where do you live? In a field? I mean, presumably the neighbours must be furious.
I live in Cornwall.
Oh, you live in Cornwall, of course, they don't mind.
So,
no, they're all drunk. I don't know why I said that, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was just suddenly picturing kind of old sailors, like all of Cornwall is just full of old bearded sailors,
obviously been there.
all drunk, waiting for ships to sort of crash on the rocks that they can then scavenge booze and supplies from. I don't know, that's such a specific image of Cornwall, I don't know.
That's perfect.
Lots of sort of...
That's where I got all my equipment from for this album.
exactly. So anyway, so you're recording it in a Wendy house, and you're playing all the instruments like the young Prince. The young Prince, of course, famously used to go on stage wearing just a mac and a sort of thong. You may want to think about that.
Was something I tried, yeah, but sort of too many people were sick in the audience.
Sure. Don't feel bad. And you're because you were originally signed to a major, and then you sort of parted ways with them.
Yeah.
Without going into it, I'm sure it's a very painful memory for you. But is there a sort of are there restrictions? Is there difficulties working with a major that you sort of find you don't have to deal with now?
I think it was basically, to sort of cut a long story short, I wasn't quite willing to compromise maybe as much as you need to if you're going to stay with a major label. So.
Now, without again going into detail, I'm always interested. I mean, what sort of compromises is one sort of expected to make?
Maybe it's just little things, like certain photos you can't pick which photos they use. Your album cover.
Right. So you wanted the one with the Mac and the thong.
Quite. Sure. Exactly. Yeah. But no, I don't know. Small things, but when it reaches a point where they're telling you what to write songs about and things like that, or you've written a song about something that was quite personal, and they say, "Oh no, take those lines out and replace them."
And it goes that far.
Oh yeah,
really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that was the point. I sort of thought, well, it's not for me, really.
I presume initially they promised you the world, nothing's going to be meddled with. You can do your own thing, and then slowly.
And they only gave me half of it, and I was really annoyed. Yeah.
And who is it that sort of would come to you and start sort of? I mean, is there someone who's got any kind of authority to do that? I mean, is it they songwriters themselves who are meddling, or is it just an A&R guy?
No, I was kind of flown around the country to write with songwriters, which it didn't. I don't know. It was a really good learning experience, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't the kind of thing I wanted to do. It's quite contrived, but yeah, I think it's just the whole team really. I mean, I got on really well with them, and I made a lot of friends there. But just as a sort of work ethic, it wasn't the right place to be.
Sure. So now you're venturing out on your own.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I'm sure, are saying that was foolhardy, and you're going to live to regret it. You're going to go crawling back. Others are saying, from the sound of the music that we've heard so far, there's nothing to worry about at all.
Well,
but
hopefully not.
So now you're I guess, putting it out yourself. So does that mean that you're sort of doing everything? You're doing the promotion. I mean, how does it work when you're sort of?
That's exactly how it works. Yeah, you do everything. I mean, the biggest difference, obviously, is that we don't have lots of money like a major does. So we can't afford to put billboards up in town. So I literally have to go around
knocking on doors,
yeah. Pretty much. You know, like playing in cafes and playing as often as I can, but then still doing the big tours and stuff where you sort of people pay for tickets and things like that. But
yes.
It's just a really different setup. But now's the time to try, definitely.
You mean during the economic downturn when no one's got any money to spend?
Spot on.
It's the perfect time to have left a major label. It certainly is. And so what sort of song? I mean, the new album. Do you have particular kind of areas that you are singing about and talking about? I mean, where is it sort of gestated from? Is it family life? Is it?
Yeah, well, a bit of everything really. I mean, I had a second album kind of pretty much in the bag with Atlantic, but then I ditched that and decided to start again. So I just wrote about whatever was going on. And so the album ended up being sort of chronological really, which is why I split it into the two halves, because the first half of the year was quite sort of, it seemed like I was at a crossroads, and so were a lot of my friends and things, but then things started to pick up and we all started finding our feet. So the second half was like optimistic and hopeful and joyous.
And the next song you're going to play is inspired by that. It's called Drunken Thieving Cornish.
That's right.
Sure. Great. I look forward to it. No, you're going to play something else for us?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you. What will this one be?
This is the last song on the album. This is for my wife. It's called There Will Be.
Lovely. Thank you.
Know that I'll always be there for you. I just got a funny way of showing. Sometimes the labor we wish would desert us confuses the hell out of where we're going. The stars will nearly be all gone. The world is down to its last one. The moon alone for the last dance. The summer down to its last chance. And there will be. Are always welcome for those tiny moments that I'm there. 'Cause sometimes the face doesn't say what the head thinks, and sometimes it don't say too much at all. The stars will nearly be all gone. The world is down to its last one. The moon alone for the last dance. The summer down to its last chance. And there will be. There will be. There will be. There will be. Stars will nearly be all gone. The world is down to its last one. The moon alone for the last dance. The summer down to its last chance. And there will be. 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 There will be, there will be, there will be.
Rory Joseph live in the hub, and it's nice. I always think to people like yourself who've written them for wives or loved ones, and I always think you must be able to get away with murder.
It's genius.
When you can write a song, you can get away with doing anything, and then just write a song and apologise for it, or maybe
perfect.
just put, I don't want to change the nappies anymore. I want to go out boozing with my friends. I don't know how she couldn't resist. Me and you and your hot friend Carol. What about it, baby? You can get away with anything. We have a series of questions that we always ask. People who come in. So
really?
it's sort of, it's like, I don't know. It's sort of a verbal version of. Is it called the Rorschach test or whatever it is? You know, where you supposed to just answer as honestly as you can.
Oh no!
And just first thing that comes into your brain.
I'll try.
So, first question, Rory, is what would you ban?
Yeah, jelly. I don't know.
You ban jelly.
You ban jelly.
It's about blinking time that someone banned jelly.
I don't know what I would ban. What would you ban?
Well, racism,
That's quite good.
sexism.
Yeah, but then what would you write your comedies about?
True. The glory days of racism and sexism. What advice would you give your teenage self?
Slow down. Stop it. Don't worry. Everything's all right. That'll do.
That's good advice. That's really good advice. If you could jump into any film and live the life in that film, what film would it be?
Oh man, I like the Tom Cruise character in Magnolia.
Right.
TJ Mackey, Frank TJ Mackey.
Now, isn't he a sort of, he's a kind of man's man who sort of teaches various sexist and
exactly.
misogynistic
It's so
stuff?
far away from who I am, you know. I guess.
I
if
noticed
you're
you've
gonna
added
jump
that as a quick qualifier. And do you have any past deeds that you'd like to apologise for?
I don't know. I was quite a good kid at school, really. I didn't really do anything naughty, so no.
Anything
There probably
subsequent?
is. I'm sure there will be, but
Anything you've done since that you'd like to fondly apologise for?
I wrote a song about not wanting to change nappies that wasn't necessarily true.
And finally, if you could exchange lives with anyone, who would you exchange your life with? You could swap places.
I don't know. Is this like a hero thing? Who's my hero?
I mean, for instance, for me, it would be Will Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like him.
you know,
Like
he's a
him, really.
rapper.
Yeah.
He's a talented actor. He's a good-looking fella.
Yeah.
He's very rich. He's a movie star. I mean, doesn't, you know what I mean? There's not much going wrong in his life.
Yeah. Maybe can it be a fictional character?
Yes.
So someone like Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin, someone like that.
You'd like to
Someone who's
change
just so
places.
stupid that they don't need to, you know, nothing ever seems to faze them too much.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The
know
sort
what I
of
mean?
life of an idiot
Yeah.
savant would be.
I mean, Griffin
joyful.
is you know, another world really of
Yeah,
stupidity.
yeah. That's a brilliant
nice.
idea.
Yeah, thanks.
Or just have a
Quagmire.
car crash. You know, one of the two.
Yeah,
You know.
and be fine for the next episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, good. Yes, thank you very much indeed. The great answers, and I really appreciate it. The
Thanks,
new
Alan.
album is called Both Sides of the Coin.
Yep.
Available now.
Out tomorrow.
Out
in
tomorrow.
fact.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We will give out your touring dates as well after we've heard from Primal Scream. Thanks again.
Thank you very
Rory.
much.
Round of applause for Rory. Thank you. Primal Scream moving on up, of course, from Screamadelica. So Rory Joseph's album is out now. Both Sides of the Coin is the name of the album, and you can see him playing live as well in April 22nd. He'll be in Edinburgh, 23rd Glasgow, 24th Birmingham, 25th Stroud, Cambridge on the 27th, Southampton the 28th, and then in London on the 29th, and Bristol on the 30th. So check him out if you can. We'll be going to the Pigeonhole Tunes after we've heard from Swedish duo AK Momo, and they've got a cracking little quirky single called Greasy Spoon, very short but very charming, released tomorrow. Here it is. Swedish duo AK Momo and a single called Greasy Spoon, which is, as I say, released tomorrow. So we're delving into the Pigeonhole, 3 new tunes from 3 big artists. Before we get your verdict on the new one from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, forgot to mention Happy National Frog Day. Apparently it is National Frog Day, so I don't know how one celebrates that.